Welcome to the Concealed Taco Dudes podcast,
Episode
112.
Stan made it this far.
Studio audience
Still
goes,
alive.
studio audience goes crazy. Yes. Welcome everyone, one and all. We're here with Jason,
yes,
Concealment Solutions, Taco of Full.Lead.Taco. Ellie Cottam of my house, and me, your host, Stan Cottam. The remnants of the COVID still here with me, but we're excited.
Not your usual sultry self.
It's got a different rattle to it, doesn't it?
A little bit,
Actually,
A little more rasp.
yeah, smelly cat. No, it's not. It's not a cold. It's different. It's COVID.
Huh.
It doesn't sound as good as the cold.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. That's all you get out of me. But welcome. What do you want to start out with, Jason?
I think let's start with an update on Carl, or we'll forget.
Well, that would be up to me again as well.
Please.
So, as you know, we have a friend named Carl.
A midget.
A midget. No offense. None taken, he would say. He's been out with COVID since September 24th.
Yeah.
And was in the depths, just following the remdesivir profile to a T.
Yeah.
He went in, was probably sedated for 6 weeks with a tube, the whole
Respirator, ICU.
all of that. But he's in the last week or so started to make a comeback. They've had to do dialysis on him. His kidneys were slowing down, and as long as they hang in there, which it looks like they are, they're fighting back.
So the last report that I looked at, and I think it was over the weekend, was that
on Facebook.
Yeah, he hadn't had dialysis for a week.
Oh, good.
So, but I don't know if they've had to do it again
It's been
since then.
3 days with no dialysis, 3 or 4 days, I think.
Yeah.
But that's great news.
Right.
The lungs are healing, but as everybody knows,
They're never the same after.
Yeah.
it depends on who you are.
Not after that bad.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends on who you are. There are areas of lung tissue. I think I've got problems still too, but not as bad as his. There is damage for sure, but they can heal themselves and get better to a certain degree, and that's the question. I'm still seeing a pulmonologist about mine.
Yeah.
We both went in, and it's just a mystery as to who gets it and how bad it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys tell me, out of the two of us, who's healthier?
Oh, we just figured if you got it, you'd be dead. We gave you a week.
Yeah.
We were already calling dibs on your gun.
Deadpool? You had a Deadpool going for me? How about you, El?
What?
You thought I'd pull through, didn't you?
A little questionable.
Yeah. Anyway, it wasn't bad for me, but I have no idea. He's the healthiest guy I know.
Yeah. He's pretty
Well,
healthy.
it's so weird because like my whole family got COVID a while back, and
I think my kids have all had it, except for my one son, and they've been in the house. Me and Natalie never got it.
No, really?
Yeah.
Did you have the vax?
Not then.
You have since.
I have since.
How about you?
I've not
You haven't.
because I've had COVID.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so
Well, but it wasn't that bad for you.
no, it was like a kind of like a really low grade fever, but for longer period of time. So I think I had a fever for like 4 days. But
Gotcha.
it was only like 99 degrees or like something like that.
Did you
It's
lose
just-
your sense of smell or any of that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I, like, after, I was feeling a little bit better, I just started eating, like, crazy spicy food. Like,
Really?
Made it come back.
I can't taste it. Hot sauce.
Carly got these peppers. They were, like, some pickled peppers, and she thought they were, like, the...
Was it a whole pack?
But it was these Mexican spicy ones, and so... I was eating those things, and I could feel the tingliness, in my mouth because it's burning, but
Sweat.
it's
coming
weird.
out.
Yeah, I was sweating on my forehead and everything, but my taste came back real fast after that.
Well, there you go. Maybe that's the.
So
the
it might
remedy.
be
Helped out.
punish your body and your taste buds until they start working again.
Does that work with lungs too?
Yes, you have to inhale.
You actually
Inhale
have
some
to-
peppers.
Yeah.
Get some pepper
snort it.
spray.
That's funny. But I had the vaccine and everything, and I was
got
only
it.
sick for a couple of days. Sick for a couple of days, really bad. I could have gone back the next week, but I did lose my sense of smell and my sense of taste. I'm not very tasteful anyway, but I lost what sense of taste I had. But it came
That
back.
explains the shirt.
Yeah. Oh, come on. It's camouflage.
Oh.
King's camouflage.
Camouflage is always in style.
See? Well, you know what I'm
Come on,
talking
Jason.
about. What's up?
I didn't get the memo.
I didn't either.
Yours is urban camo. That's what yours is.
Something.
Yeah. Well, let's hit some sponsors real fast.
All right. We're at NOE Studios, so we should start with them. Let's hit two of them. I was at Black Ice today.
Oh, yeah?
Dropping off some hatchets I'm going to have him Cerakote.
Cool.
Actually, those ones that I did.
Yeah.
That my rattle can paint job
It
is
didn't
not very
work.
durable. and I haven't even used them. I'm giving them as Christmas gifts.
Hatchets.
Okay.
So I've
Yeah.
got old hatchet heads that I've restored and
That's
stuff.
cool.
One of them I actually cut a big chunk out to give it a beard.
Okay.
So it's a bearded.
No, it's the
hatchet.
Gaelic look, isn't it? Sort of
kinda. Yeah.
Huh,
And
battle
I
axe.
hand carved new handles for them and
Wow.
tongue oiled them.
That's sweet.
He
And I-
licked it.
Yeah,
You know,
too
tongue
oil on the
oil.
tongue.
Yeah.
Tongue oil.
But anyway, so I was over there dropping those off to get those done, and there were piles and piles of sprue plates waiting to get Teflon coated.
Yeah.
So,
Sprue plates. What are sprue plates?
That's the
Dan.
thing. You whack to cut the tops off.
off your bullet molds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the sprue plates. Teflon coated.
Yeah.
Does that help?
Well, that's how they are now.
It's brilliant, Stan.
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Very
That's
good.
NOE's bullet molds have Teflon coated sprue plates done by our own one and only Black Ice Coatings.
Yeah. I actually pulled out my black ice coated firearms,
Yeah.
and I think I'm gonna do a video just showing them.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, this is his work, what it looks like, and I think I have 3 guns that he's done.
Yeah.
Like that. The one that's really awesome is the pork sword build. You know.
Yeah.
That one is really good. And then the 2, I have the 9mm AR-15 pistol and the 45 ACP AR-15 pistol. And those are, man, if you have a pistol caliber carbine, Teflon, it's the way to go. It cleans up super fast, easy, and it keeps it lubed, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think I have 6 guns that he's done for me.
Really? I think I have 7.
And a mountain
Oh,
bike.
jeez.
And a mountain bike and fork.
Teflon coated? The whole bike?
Actually, the chain rings are Teflon coated.
How have those
and the
held up?
cranks-
How long did that last?
You know what? I've got probably, it's my single speed, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't put as many miles on it as I do on my regular mountain
He's a
bike.
big fat tire guy.
But
Coaches the high school team.
yeah, but I've put probably 100 miles on
Weight
it.
challenged tire? Is that more polluted? Sorry.
Yeah, don't offend the fatties.
Body image challenged tire?
The Teflon chain rings have at least 100 miles
Beauty in all
on
sizes,
them now,
Stan.
I know.
and there is no evidence of any wear on them.
Wow. Cool.
That's awesome.
That's impressive. But I am this winter. He's going to do my regular mountain bike and fork. Also.
So to jump ahead to the code,
Yeah.
when you Teflon coat the insides of a gun, it might be too slickery. My son's AR-10 that I just had Cerakoted,
Yeah.
the guts and internals, they're Teflon.
Uh-huh.
Gonna have to maybe do something about the bolt stop because it hits the bolt stop and just
Slides right past
slips.
it.
Yeah, it just slips past. I can't get it to lock
Interesting.
open.
That's funny.
So I don't know what the deal is. I'll probably take it back down to Lee and see if there's some anti-Teflon that we can just for that. But, anyway, I'm sure we'll get it figured out. But yeah, it won't stay open. I'm like, it just slips right by.
There's got to be something else going on.
Yeah.
Could be.
Did you use like a regular
Well, it was working before, though. That's the whole thing.
Oh,
that's why
and
I'm
then
saying
after it got
the
Teflon.
Teflon coating, it might be too slickery. Is that possible?
I don't know.
I'll
So
have to go
call
talk to
Lee
Lee.
down at Black Ice
yeah.
Coatings and tell him you want it too slickery.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is the code. If people want to buy something from
Yeah, sure.
them,
Yep.
use
That's how
slickery.
he knows you came from us.
There you go.
And then NOE bullet molds is FLT001. Is it
10%? Yeah.
You guys are missing out if you're reloaders and you haven't come down to the store. I'm not sure I'm going to tell anybody but what's out here, but it'll be worth your drive if you're looking for
If you're local,
powder. Yeah, if you're local.
he's got a shelf full of like good powders, like popular ones.
I know. Yes.
He won't tomorrow.
Yeah. So come on down to Crazy NOE Molds to see what kind of powders he's got. He does have a shelf of powder.
Yeah.
Surprised the heck out of me.
Yep.
How does he get them?
I don't know. He orders it. And
Oh,
he
there you go.
knows somebody.
He just calls them and he says, "Do you know who I am?"
Do you know who I am?
There you go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll get
I
that
am
right
the
out.
bullet maker.
True story.
Yeah.
True story.
Don't forget Utah Air Guns. UtahAirGuns.com. I haven't been there in a while.
I was there yesterday.
Yeah?
And maybe another day this week.
And what do you have now?
Air.
A mid
Oh, okay.
I have a full air
A
tank
Full air tank.
and a lot of ideas.
and a mid-range gun for $500, which I kind of want to see.
What?
You talking about the 25 cal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
I've already talked
we
about that.
talked
one.
about that. That's old
Yeah.
news, Stan. Come on.
They had this.
I'm old.
They had a crown that
Yeah.
with a short barrel,
Oh.
and it just. I had to hold it.
spoke to you?
Yeah, I fondled it. It was great.
They're ladies present.
But yeah, so
Lady in the room here. Come on.
yeah,
Keep it clean, Taco.
yeah. I was just getting excited.
Air
Yeah.
guns.
Air
So
guns.
yeah, check out Utah Air Guns at UtahAirGuns.com. When you place an order, use the code AirCandy, and you get free
Free shipping and turret
turret
stickers.
stickers. Yes. Mag holder, magholder.com. They're doing lots of good things. Actually, he had a pile of Lee had a pile of the mag holder retaining clips that were all sitting there Teflon coated.
Teflon as well.
Waiting for
Lee needs to get to work, man. Get to work.
Those were done.
Oh,
Those
okay.
were waiting on Ricky to pick him up.
Ricky, man, you got to get to work.
Come on, Ricky.
Go get those things.
Is this Ricky Bobby? I haven't met Ricky yet.
Yes.
Ricky
It is
Magholder.
Ricky.
It is Ricky Bob.
Oh,
He brings his cougar with
you
him.
can't say it that way. Say it right.
What?
Ricky Bubby.
Ricky Bubby.
I haven't met him yet. So, hey, Ricky,
Good guy.
what's up?
Anyway, best horizontal mag carriers out there. It's what's on my hip right now. Use the code Get in the Van. I have candy, and you save. I don't know what it is. It's a weird 22.5%.
22.5% or 22.2%, something like that.
Yeah, Mark's hilarious.
Anyway, don't forget Concealment Solutions at concealmentsolutions.com. I've been working on lots of stuff lately, but I have a new product that is en route that will be going on the website as soon as I get it. And
I
it worked
love
out.
it.
I get people
A knee
asking me
brace.
for ankle holsters all the time, and I'm like, until I can figure out how to make one better than what's out there, I'm not wasting my time.
Mm-hmm.
I have a customer from it's
Excuse me.
Covert. What does that say?
Better out than in, I always say.
Covert carry holsters.
Right. So
Covert
I have a customer from Covert Carry.
Not concealed.
Covert carry holsters.com.
Okay.
Which I don't even think his website's up yet, to be honest. But his product that he's been doing is a soft shoulder holster that you wear under your shirt.
Cool.
And so I make that she holster, the clamshell that velcros into soft holsters. He sells those for his holsters on his website. Gives a little more rigidity. It protects the trigger guard better, easier to reholster, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I was talking with him. He's like, hey, I've got an ankle holster that I'm just getting ready to release. I'm like, well, send me one. Sent me one. I had to go to Ogden last week. Downtown Ogden is not always a very pleasant place. And so
Say hi to the John Moses Browning Museum.
I drove right past it.
Hey.
Yep.
See?
I that's on Wall Avenue. And
Yeah.
I was 2 blocks down from
Have you been there yet?
the Browning
with us.
Museum.
Yeah. Did you go with Mass?
No, I wasn't
Really?
invited, thanks.
Oh, that's right.
But I have been.
I think Mass said specifically not to let Jason go.
I'm sure he did.
I remember that.
Anyway, so I put this ankle holster on with my Glock 42 with a TLR6 on it as a backup. I was shocked at how comfortable it was. And it didn't interfere with anything. I thought, it's just going to sit there and bang against my other leg when I was walking. Really nice, very easy to set up. And so I called him and I said, okay, I want to sell these. You wholesale them to me? He said, sure, how many you want? And so I got a bunch on their way. They're going to retail for $50, but really pretty slick. I don't think ankle carry is ideal for your primary carry, but if you want to carry a backup, I think it's a very good option. And you can carry a spare magazine in it as well. But so those are pretty cool. So be
And
looking
it's
for those.
adjustable for those of us who have thicker legs.
Yes. And it's height adjustable as well.
Thicker.
But
Thicker.
really
Thicker.
nice.
Yeah.
I was impressed with it. I have yet to see an ankle holster that I thought, oh, I want to try that.
Well, you have impeccable taste, Jason, and I have to say, I'm impressed as well.
So actually,
That'd hold a 26.
Move that strap back where it was. Now just pull to draw it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. You don't. It has a retention strap, but you don't have to like flip it with your thumb or anything. You just grab the gun and pull, and it breaks free on its own.
Did you try it with the fatties, like a 26? What a 26 were in?
I put my my polymer 80. That's a 19
Like a
size
19.
in there. Not that the grip would fit under my pants, but
Well,
yeah.
if you're wearing the straight legs, like, your skinny
My
jeans,
skinny
like you always
jeans.
wear. you millennium.
that I'm famous for.
Yeah, for your skinny jeans and your bun.
My man
the
bun.
man.
It's under
bun.
your hat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, check out Concealment Solutions. Use the code Show Me the Candy.
Show me the candy.
In fact, I'm going to do something for our listeners. I have a Black Friday sale coming up, but it's going to be 20% off your order, which I've done that once before, I think. If you use the code Show Me the Candy for the rest of this month, you're going to get 20% off.
Nice.
So you guys get in on the Black Friday sale before Black Friday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you and Walmart, Black Friday every day.
Sure.
That's,
Better than people trampling each other.
I know. Do they do that a lot at your store?
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, here we go. You open your door to
Henry,
your
get my
shop, and
bag. Yeah.
if they could find
If they
it,
can find it.
which I would challenge them to do.
Yeah. People get lost
It's a
coming
maze.
to the shop
You-
when I give them a map and directions.
Well, you could have serious booby traps in that place.
Oh, well,
You could take some people out.
there's a reason I picked the
I know.
location.
Top secret. Hush, hush.
Yeah.
Out of the way.
Uh-huh. It's an ideal spot for an ambush.
There you go.
If you've been to the shop, you
I
know
know.
what I'm talking about.
True story. Yeah.
Yep.
I can't wait.
Anyway,
Let's do it.
let's jump into listener feedback.
All right. I got some that I am going to wait until Gene is here.
Okay.
Because he'll have some.
Because he's smarter
Better.
than the
Relevant.
rest of us.
They actually mentioned him in there because they wanted his opinion on that. So I'll wait till he's here for that. But Matt.
Gene's got his own fans.
Yeah. That or they just want the expert's opinion. You know.
Whatever.
All right, so Matt with one T, he says, "I'd tell you how great you guys are, but I'd hate for it to go to your head. Actually, I was wondering if any of you have experience with ultrasonic cleaners for cleaning gun parts. If
Yes.
so, do you have a recommended solution additive? Also, I'm worried about putting a polymer frame in the cleaner. I'm worried it will clean all the lube protectant off all the little parts and I won't be able to relube them correctly. Any advice would be appreciated as the internet seems to be all over the place on the topic."
Usually is on any topic.
Yes.
But
Okay, so what 2 cents do you have?
I do have an ultrasonic cleaner. I bought it specifically because back when I was doing gun shows a lot, I met these guys. All Temp Tactical Lube is what they are.
All temp.
Yeah, good stuff. But they had this. So they have an additive, and this is going to sound like all the other lube companies because they all have their special ingredient that bonds with the metal and da-da-da-da-da, whatever.
Unicorn tears.
Exactly. Yeah. So they have a grease, and then they came up with a liquid that you put into an ultrasonic cleaner. And according to them, it was you can just put your whole gun in. You don't even have to disassemble it. It will clean it and lubricate it. And I went, okay, how will it do on bike parts? So
Yeah, just put your whole bike in.
it has this, I don't know if it's Molly or what powder that they put in it.
What drug? What?
Yeah. It does pretty good.
Rave what?
Ecstasy.
I found I'll throw my bike chains and gears and stuff and derailleurs in it, and I like what it does for that. I didn't feel like it cleaned gun parts as well as I wanted it to. So, yes, I have an ultrasonic parts cleaner. I've used it. That's the only solution I've ever used in it, so I can't really give you advice on what a good solution would be. I wouldn't put my whole gun in it. I wouldn't put a polymer frame in one personally.
Why not?
Kind of like what he's saying, unless you're going to totally tear it down, I think you might clean out stuff that doesn't necessarily need to be cleaned out.
Yeah.
And lubed.
So it'd be cool to get Gene's opinion on this too.
Yeah.
But I have a couple ultrasonic cleaners, and I have found that you want to be very careful with which types of parts you put in with what kind of coating they have or finish. So if you have something that's like a stainless part, like suppressor baffles, then it's okay to throw it in a sonic cleaner, and it does loosen this stuff up pretty good. And but you would not want to put, say, like an anodized aluminum baffle in there, because it will actually lift the anodizing off the baffle.
What solution are you using? I wonder if that makes a difference.
It's I don't think that's what is making
It's
the
the
difference,
ultrasonic
because
action.
it just shakes the
Right.
finish off. And so
Well, they rattle against each other, probably, the parts.
not so much. I was just surprised what it did, and I accidentally threw one of my. It was like a suppressor end cap, and it just totally took off the whole finish.
Wow.
So
you knew a guy that would put new finish
Yeah, I
on
know.
for you.
So I just wanted to throw that out there, that if you have certain parts, maybe bluing. I don't know, like if bluing will hold up on that, but stainless steel.
Bluing
I've had
will
good luck.
hold up. I know. Well,
Me personally, I wouldn't put anything in that has a finish.
yeah.
And if it's stainless steel, I would do it. If it's like, maybe I don't know. I might get in trouble by saying something like if it's, like the chrome lined parts and stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't know if that will just shake it off. And
I don't think you'd have any issues with anything chromed.
yeah, maybe.
But-
anodizing is a similar, it's
No, anodizing's a lot different than chrome.
Yeah.
It's very different.
But yeah, so you'll just want to be careful. As far as solutions go, if you want a cheap one, you can just use some Simple Green, and that is a safe solution to use. And I've used that on my brass before and suppressor parts. But once again, just be careful, because if it has
Use a small sample, maybe, before you put the whole thing
use your
in.
buddy's gun.
Yeah.
yeah. But generally speaking, I don't like to use sonic cleaners for the gun parts.
Yeah.
Ellie?
Yes.
She says yes.
Yes.
I saw her
answer's
falling
yes.
asleep there. She was yawning.
All right.
You're boring us.
Okay, we got another one from Hickhamfield. And
Hickhamfield?
Yeah, he was saying in response to the story time with Jason, like the latest one,
Oh.
Oh.
says
Already got a response.
Jason needs to read the whole book. So I don't know if you're up for it, but you can just read the whole book.
I think there would
And
be
record.
copyright issues if I did that. I was a little nervous with how much I did read, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest.
But it's kind of cool to have the commentary and
It
stuff.
As long as you say, quote.
And I quote, I gave due credit to the author and everything. The problem with that book, like I said in the episode, I think it's out of print. And I couldn't find mine forever because Tommy had it. And
yeah.
so I'm like, I'll just buy another one. Paperback, no big deal. Cheapest one I could find was a used one for $68.
Wow.
For like 250, maybe 300 page paperback. So
That's crazy.
I've been reading a ton of stuff lately, so there's more story times coming on other things.
Nice.
But I like this one book I'm reading it's more of the deadliest men who ever lived, and it's
Whoa.
just like each little chapter is on an individual. But it's the guy who wrote it is methodical and has at the end of each chapter has all his sources, and so I can go, oh, there's a book on this guy, an autobiography or a biography. Well, this one guy, I can't remember which one it was. I'm like, I want to read his biography. He was a Chicago detective
Oh.
in the 50s. And so
Oh,
I'm like,
nice.
I want to read that guy's story. Same thing. Cheapest one I can find is $280.
Jeez.
And no library has one. Like,
Wow.
are you kidding me? Come on.
Jim Heffelfinger's book is back in print now, speaking of that.
Which one?
The Deer.
I have it. I have an autographed copy.
I
Stan.
know, I do too.
Okay.
At least I used to. But I'm
Evil eye,
laughing
daughter.
because I went to buy another one and it was out of print.
Yeah.
I'm like, way to go, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he told me the other day. it's
So
back
what
in
you're
print.
telling me is I could sell mine.
You could.
Or maybe I could trade it to the guy who's got the other one I want.
There you go.
Hey, yours is out of print. Mine's out of print. Mine's autographed.
Yeah, that's right. Well, not until he dies. It's not going to be worth anything till. Isn't that the way it is? Like art, it's not worth anything till the artist dies.
I don't know. I think the guy that wrote that book on the Stakeout Squad's still alive.
Oh, okay, good. There you go.
But
There you go.
anyway,
All right, continuing on.
tangent.
Yeah. And then Matt with 2 T's.
So
Not the
Tutti.
doormat this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
He says, enjoy these story times, appreciate the content.
Oh, good.
And then Corky S, he writes in and he says, great, now I need to order some ingot molds. And that was in response to when Gene and I were talking
Yeah.
about the ingot molds that Al sells.
And I wanted to just use my cornbread cast
Yeah.
iron pan.
And then Rodney M, he wrote in and he shared a video, a news story and a video of kind of what not to do. And this was of
What not to do with guns.
yeah, what not to do with guns. And there's a guy who witnessed a hit and run, and he chased down these girls who were the drivers of the hit and run and held them at gunpoint.
Yikes.
So, yeah, that's.
I mean,
commission of a felony, but no further danger. Yeah, bad idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
That could have gone so very bad in so many ways.
oh yeah. So, yeah. Anyways,
That's a temper getting out of control, or adrenaline.
Yeah.
yeah, or just a misguided person, someone who doesn't.
I mean,
really-
we all want to see injustice
Justified.
justified. Thank you, Stan.
There's ways to do it without,
Yeah.
No,
going to an extreme.
rectified, not justified.
Yeah.
Taken care of.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We all knew what you meant.
Potato.
All right, let's move into what we did with guns.
All right. I didn't really do much, to be honest. I tested out my ankle holster.
There you go.
It was awesome.
Ellie, what'd you do with guns this week?
This week?
Since our last podcast.
Oh. Honestly, I haven't done too much either. Got a new shotgun.
What'd you get?
Nice.
It's a 20 gauge, I believe.
She's looking at
12 gauge.
Dad.
It's a 12 gauge, sorry.
What is it?
It's a 12 gauge, and I did go duck hunting.
CZ 612
Yes, yes.
or 621.
So.
Which one is that? Is it a pump? Is it semi-auto?
It's a
Camouflage.
yeah.
I was
The Reed camouflage.
I wasn't fondling the taco. I was handling a CZ semi-auto 12 gauge that was super tempting, and I don't like shotguns.
Really?
It was so light though that I was worried it was just going to be a bruiser to shoot.
Yeah.
If they're semi-auto, though,
It does absorb a lot of the
take out-
recoil.
because when I got my wife the Beretta semi-auto,
Oh yeah.
then I was surprised. Like when I first tested
Yeah.
it out, I was like, "Oh man," because it's really lightweight, but the semi-auto action takes out a lot of the
Yeah.
kick.
This
you
thing
do
was
lose,
beautiful.
but you do lose reliability.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good about the Berettas, but you wanted pump.
I did.
Hey, we looked at semis and she wanted a pump.
That's,
did.
That's what I got.
So, yeah, the
Yes.
CZ is light. This thing
Yeah.
is light. I mean, freaky light.
Yeah. That's what
Did you
I
put like
I
a
was
sissy
shocked
pad on it?
about.
She doesn't need no sissy pad.
I
Look
do.
at those guns. she works out. She's
I
a
do.
bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Wow.
On the side.
Anyway,
My hidden talents. Just
I've been loading the heck out of 308. My father-in-law came over 2 weeks ago. It's 2 weeks ago, and he's got a couple of 308s and was on the 308 team and in the Army and stuff like that. And so I'm You've got we got her at 308 as well.
Yeah.
What bullets have you been loading? Just
Just 150 FMJs from Gunnies.
Are those the pointy ones?
The ones that explode.
Oh,
But we sighted her little 308 in, and I'm not kidding you, less than 20 bullets.
radio,
I know.
Stan.
I'm going to describe. I mean, it was like a half-inch MOA. I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
And Elle was shooting. The elevation was right on, but the windage was off a little bit.
Yeah.
The wind was blowing, but they would have all been right on the same elevation.
Excellent.
Ruger American rifle,
Yes.
$326.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
There's
Those
a
are nice.
lot of value in one of
Yeah.
those.
Well, they have a hammer forged barrel
Yep.
and a decent trigger.
Yeah.
I could lighten it up a little bit, but
I still need
know.
to sight in my 6.5 Creed.
You haven't sighted that in yet, Jason?
Oh, well, we tried once, and I had forgotten to tighten
he didn't
the
tighten
scope down.
the screws, so the scope's like sliding around. And
Yeah, go up about 6 inches.
But
Boom, now you got to
go
go
down
2
2 feet.
mine's the Magpul edition.
Oh wow!
So
Okay,
it was
I
not
love that.
$300. It
Well, we
was
need
a
to go.
little bit more.
We need to get it sighted in
Yeah.
because you're no good to the resistance if you're not
If I'm not
sighted in and ready to go.
Yeah. Okay. Good to
So,
know.
okay, get a pillow. What'd you do with guns?
So I don't know if I know we had talked about Noah's science project.
Oh yeah.
So we actually did the shooting.
How'd that go?
It was incredibly fun,
I'm sure.
and it was very surprising how many walls, how many panels of sheetrock that just regular.
Remind everybody, maybe somebody.
Okay, so for Noah's science project, he
Yeah.
wanted to see what would be the ideal cartridge for home defense, like shooting inside your home. And in case you missed the bad guy, how many walls would each cartridge go through? And so we built these fake walls of these little 2x4 frames and then put sheetrock on both sides. And then we set up a couple tables and then put those on. And,
How far apart was
they were
wall
about
section?
like 6 inches, so it's not
Okay,
ideal.
yeah.
But
It's
we only
not a
had
real
like
world test. But
yeah,
it's-
three tables and
Yeah.
stuff.
Did you
so
do a video on it?
I'm going to.
Okay.
We did
'Cause
record it.
I'd really be interested to see it because I've
Yeah.
seen
Yeah.
4 or 5 different ones.
Yeah.
What were your conclusions?
So
What was the-
we all felt like the 223 was gonna do the best at not going through as many walls.
Yeah,
and,
so
and
here's
what bullet?
it was just a 55 grain FMJ. Just
It was all
yeah.
factory stuff.
Interesting.
But all the handgun ammo was like hollow point self defense, legit self defense ammo.
Well,
So-
if it makes you feel any better, Tactical Rifleman Carl on Tactical Rifleman did the same thing. 55 grain FMJs. If you don't want over penetration,
Yeah.
yet a capable weapon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Interesting.
we saw what it did to the guy's bicep. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3,100 feet a second.
Vapor.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So I won't go super in depth into the results,
Yeah.
but I will say the interesting thing was one of the shots of the 223 went through the most panels, and then the other shots were the least. So it had the widest
The widest
range,
range.
yeah. And whereas the handguns were all consistent,
I
like
see.
almost exactly the same.
Huh.
So,
Different bullet,
but
though.
then 45 ACP was definitely average, the worst wall penetrator.
Yeah.
Did you try like a 45-70? Or did you do
I actually did do
Three-
a 45.
and 300 blackout? Because 300 blackout is crazy.
Yeah,
Popular
crazy
now for home
penetration.
But
Yeah.
way over.
So we did
penetrates.
not do any wall testing with that, but I did have some subsonic 45-70 hollow points that
for
I
your tactical lever action home defense with a suppressor.
yeah, and it was crazy. It just oh yeah,
Just kept
and then
going.
Didn't
you
even
could
slow
see,
down.
yeah, it didn't slow down, and then the bullets start tumbling on all the calibers.
So different
and
shape.
so on the last few wall panels, you just see like the outline, perfect outline of a 500 grain 45-70 bullet, just
500 grains.
blasting through sideways.
Oh my gosh.
So do not use.
And into the locomotive behind it.
Yes, do
Boom,
not
right
use a
through.
45-70 inside your house.
Wow. Interesting.
But yeah, so I'll do a video. Hopefully, it's just there's a lot of footage, and I want to get Noah involved in the video.
Yeah.
Sure.
So he can explain.
That's
some of
really
it,
cool.
but-
That is cool.
And when we were out there, then I took out the little Palmetto State Armory AKV 9mm AK, and
I like palmetto stuff. It's
yeah, this one I really do like. I put a red dot on there, but I've always been a fan of AKs without optics, just with the iron sights. But I don't know. I just want to see how it is. I think every pistol caliber carbine with a red dot is awesome.
yeah,
You
it's
know.
cheating, man.
They're so
is.
fast, and this one's cool. It takes the Scorpion mags,
Yeah.
and yeah, so really enjoyed shooting that, and it was fun to spend some time out, at the range with Noah and do some science-y stuff.
Yeah.
But
Is that what optic is that you put
that's
on?
a Crimson Trace red dot,
Oh.
and it looks about as cheap as the Bushnell TRS-25 and cost about the same. So it's probably the same factory in China.
Magpul furniture.
Crimson
Good
Trace
stuff.
is like getting into a lot of different things. Red dots, that
Yeah,
for pistols and everything. But
I don't-
and lights, other types of like regular rail mounted tactical lights.
hmm
I haven't been impressed with any of it.
I haven't either.
It all comes from
But-
China. Same factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like McDonald's food. There's your cheeseburger. There's your mocha. There's your fries. All comes out of one vat.
Yeah, and I did some airgun shooting and decapitated some Tweety birds, the
Nice.
sparrows. Those are the legal birds too.
We call them infidels at our
Infidels.
house.
Yeah, so anyways, I have, once again, a little baggie full of, a Ziploc bag in my freezer. full
Good
of
for Mark. For
a lot of these
what's his
headless
bird's name
birds.
now?
I can't remember.
I can't remember it either.
Well, yeah, because he has that new one, so I don't know what the new one's name is.
Ava was the last one.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said they make a good snack, so
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'll trust him with
Mark's a
that.
falconer.
Oh, okay.
This is a
I was
falcon.
Yeah.
like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, and so these air guns are like really, I mean, with this, they have these little
Perfect.
Hades pellet, and it hits so hard. So if I do a headshot at like 35 yards on these little sparrows, then
So we don't waste anything. We
Yeah.
take him to Mark and he trains his bird with him.
Smart.
So
or it's just a snack,
Yeah.
free food, something like that. But
Yeah.
boat snack.
yeah, anyways, and I went to Utah Air Guns and looked at tons of stuff and almost convinced more people to buy air guns. So it's always fun to talk to other customers since I'm a customer, air
Right.
quotes. Yeah, so I'm like, hey, you know which one I really like, and then start talking about them.
So do you get a commission? Little something on the side.
Maybe they'll give me some pellet or a tin of pellets or
pellets.
something. But,
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, we took the young men, the scouts, out shooting. Well, we went down to Yuba camping, and we did an air gun activity, and we bought another pack of army men.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
And yeah, it's
Decapitated them.
yes, decapitated these
So
tiny little army men.
These are air
I love
guns that are like 22s, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
22
That
caliber.
powerful. I'll have to take you out to the gun range. It's pretty cool.
That's
Gun
right.
indoor range. But they have these
Legit.
crazy, powerful scopes on them.
Mm-hmm.
And you can shoot an aspirin.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
with these
easy.
things.
That's so fun.
I pounded in a nail at like 30 yards. So I just started it with a hammer, and then I kept shooting the nail head to pound it into the log.
No way.
Yeah, I think I only like missed maybe once or twice. It was
Cool.
pretty
That's
crazy.
cool.
Yeah, really
So
cool.
super accurate, some of these guns, but yeah. So that's what I do with guns.
Nice.
All right,
Awesome.
moving on.
I think let's save the news story for next week
Okay.
because we need to talk to Ellie.
Yes, we do.
Oh. She
So,
so Stan.
and now,
Oh my.
Ellie. Sorry, that's all I could come up
That was a
with.
good intro.
So, Ellie, we were going to talk about sheds. You're a big shed hunter.
Do you prefer tough sheds or what?
So first explain what
aluminum
a shed
sheds.
is for the non-hunters.
Yes. So me and, well, I guess my boyfriend, but we go shed hunting. We go looking for the antlers that the deer drop and everything. So
So why do they drop their antlers?
they.
I'm tired of this one. This is a bad antler.
just
Yeah.
kind of ugly.
This one's not
Yes.
working. No, it's an annual thing. They drop their sheds
Yes.
after the rut.
Yes.
I think Jim says
They
it's.
need them for the rut to impress the ladies.
They do.
True.
And then after that, they drop their antlers and go batch it. They're bachelors. They need it. Well, they drop them. I think it's partly because of nutrition and stuff like that, but it's just an
Is
annual
it
thing.
just the losers that didn't get any of the ladies? Drop those antlers right
Yeah.
now. You are not worthy.
But they don't drop them all at the same time, do they? I mean,
No, they don't.
Or in the same place.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, you can find sets miles apart. So it's kind of crazy. When you go shed hunting, it's fun to match them up, especially when you've gone hiking all day and you find one 3 miles after the other one. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's kind of fun.
So how does one shed hunt?
Well, you have to know people that know a good area. I happen to have a shed hunting boyfriend who knows all.
Top secret area.
Yes,
that
I
he won't even share with Stan.
Well, typically because if they shed there, they live there too.
Yeah.
So
True.
now the deer have been known to migrate 300, 400, 500 miles,
Sure.
but they typically come back to kind of the same area.
So, are there any
Yeah.
rules or regulations that people need to be aware of for shed hunting, or is it just a free for all?
Not that I'm aware of. As far as like deadheads, you can't pick up deadheads.
What's a dead
What's a deadhead?
A dead
When
head?
yes,
An
Like
actual dead
when
head.
there's horns
when there's
still on
a head
a
attached
skull.
to
Yes.
the antlers.
There's
yeah.
a protocol for that.
Yeah, and usually you have to contact the Division of Wildlife Resources and make sure that it's not a poached animal.
And they'll come out and do an investigation, take a picture of it, blah, 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 and
and then give it to you.
let you have the head if they determine.
Yeah, if it's clean.
But there is a season for it. You can't hunt sheds during the hunt, right? So
For
it
shed
starts.
hunting, you can go out and shed
Year
hunt
round?
whenever. Yeah.
Oh, really?
But you probably
Just not
won't
carrying a
find-
gun.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Hunting rifle.
and
Yeah.
disclaimer, go to the DWR website and read all the,
Yeah.
Fine
Yeah.
print.
And it,
Yeah.
and it could be different from state to state also.
and
Yeah.
area to area. So, but
Definitely.
anyway, typically you don't do that while you're deer hunting though, do you? Or
No, usually try to focus on the deer hunt instead.
So if you're out hiking around and there's a shed sitting there, you can pick it up, take it with you.
Pick it up for sure.
just the antlers off of the head.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
what
yeah.
else do they shed?
I know. Just
Stan? They
reiterating.
don't actually shed their whole head.
Just reiterating.
Very true.
Liability, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
And what do you do with the sheds?
So some people sell them. I like to collect them and keep them. Some people, I mean, make chandeliers out of them. Like you can go crazy with
Jackson
So-
Hole, Wyoming.
yeah,
My
little arches.
My leather guy that makes my belts and I get my leather from,
Mm-hmm.
he has a customer that ships containers full of sheds to
Really?
China
Mm-hmm.
and makes 6 figures every year
Really?
shipping sheds to China because
It's an aphrodisiac.
It's an aphrodisiac in China.
Good for the
In
wind.
China, they grind. Yes, they grind it up and use it as an herbal.
Tea or something.
Aphrodisiac.
I have heard that before. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But she literally ships containers full. So believe it or
There's
not,
a
China's
market.
getting some of their containers back.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of sad for those people that want to keep the sheds as a trophy or something like that. But
Yeah.
hey, first come, first served, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sure.
What kind of condition are they in when you typically find them?
I like to get them when they're brown, when they're freshly dropped.
Well,
but,
sure.
Yes, but a lot of the ones that I've been finding have been really old.
Bleached out.
Yeah.
Splitting.
Kind of look like wood, honestly. Like
Yeah.
they split. So
so do you go out and kind of glass an area with binoculars, or you just walk through and
you can. A lot of the time we find sheds under trees or something, like the deer has bedded down and would stand up and maybe shake off a horn. But yeah, you can honestly find them anywhere. It's kind of just luck. You just pick a path, go for it, and
So,
just pick them up.
what is there a technique that you use? Are you willing to share? I mean, where we ride mountain bike all the time, there's game trails all over the
For
place. So
sure.
is that, do you find a game trail and follow it?
Yeah,
or-
that's one way to do it. Definitely look for, I mean, if you find any prints in the sand or wherever you're at, if you find a trail, that's a good way to, a good determining factor. But a lot of the time, I mean, you can find them. I've found that deer like bitter brush kind of a thing, like a certain plant.
We've planted
And-
bitter brush
Yeah.
for the deer up where we ride.
Yeah.
Yes, Stan, we're conservative. We're conservationists.
Conservationist, absolutely.
Conservative.
I am conservative too, but
Yes.
But a conservative conservationist, not just a liberal.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good for you. Where do you get bitter brush?
From the DNR.
Do you really?
Yeah, we work with them on a lot of
Seeds?
stuff.
Or
Yeah, we'll plant
Seedlings?
seeds. We've planted just regular sagebrush.
Cool.
Because there was a lot of the stuff where we ride was burned because of that fire, because of the police shooting range.
Yeah.
seeds?
Shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
So we're
Yeah.
helping out.
I love that.
So, what other kinds of hunting have you gotten into? You want to talk about how you? I mean, obviously, we need to carry a gun. We need a hunter safety in the state of Utah.
Yeah.
To buy a license, small game first, and then to put in for a draw.
Yeah.
How was hunter
absolutely.
safety?
Hunter safety was really easy, honestly. I got it this last year.
Was that the first time that we'd thought about getting the hunter safety?
That sounds
No.
like a leading question.
Objection. Leading question.
No, I'm 24, and my whole life I think I've heard you need to get your hunter safety by good old Stan. So,
Dad to you.
yes.
But it wasn't until she was out man hunting that she was convinced
Exactly.
that she needed to do it.
True. Yes, very true.
But how fun has it been so far?
Oh, it's a blast. It's
The
so
man
fun.
hunt, or I'm sorry, what are we talking
Leading
about?
question.
No. No, definitely. Getting into hunting has been such a blast. I'm super new to it, but I've learned a lot. So,
Just a little more
been
about the
fun.
hunter safety. What do you have to do? Do you have to go in, or can you
So-
do it online? Because you did it during COVID.
yeah, I did everything online. You just take the course, do the test, and then you have to do a video of you shooting to make sure you know like the proper
which was
Like in
safety.
your backyard,
No, we went
open the
to a
back
range.
door. Here, honey, get the camera.
I definitely would have failed, but no, yeah, we went to a range. So
yeah. So I had to film her shooting whatever the course of fire was
Yeah.
for the. But it was just a little 22.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't hard.
it was super easy. I think
How long
from
did it
start to
take you?
finish, it was maybe 4 months.
Yeah.
So
But then that's just kind of working on it.
yeah, and I just did it kind of on my own time.
Mm-hmm.
So
So after you got your hunter safety, you called me up or texted me and go, "Look what I got!
yeah,
A tag for a turkey. I've never hunted turkey in my life."
yeah.
So tell them about the turkey hunt.
Yeah, I was super eager to get out, and so I just went and bought a turkey tag and went with
Is that
my
something
boyfriend.
that you just bought over the counter type of thing?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a draw or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, just bought it just to try
We
it
did
out.
put in for the draw, and we didn't draw anything this
Right.
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got a turkey on your first turkey
I
hunt.
did. It was so fun.
Not just the first
Ridiculous.
turkey hunt, the first day, wasn't it?
No, we went out a couple different
Oh,
times.
okay.
Yeah, we tried a
Next,
couple
next
different
year
areas.
you can trim it down.
Yeah,
to that.
yeah.
And first day, first hour, the sun was
First-
just coming over the mountain. Boom!
Literally. No, I wish, but no, we tried
Southern
a couple
Utah
different times.
somewhere.
So
Location
turkey
unknown.
hunt, were you like full camoed out?
Yes, I
You
was.
kind of have to be. Those turkeys are,
They're smart.
yeah.
Wiley.
My brother-in-law, I think it was my brother-in-law, he was turkey hunting, couldn't ever get anything for years. And he's like, this one day, he was calling them in and they're coming, and as soon as they were like seeing him, even though he's in full camo, and they would like, boop, and he's like,
Yeah.
what are they seeing? He had on one of the jackets or shirts he was wearing, that logo was red. Very tiny red, and they can see red. And
Really?
they do not like red.
I'll get ya.
I'll be doing
But the little stitched in red thread on his shirt, that was giving him away.
Dang.
So what kind of a firearm do you use for turkey hunting?
So I used a shotgun
Shotgun.
for the turkey hunt. Yep.
Not the one I bought her. She didn't have one yet, but
No, yeah.
or the boyfriend's
Yeah.
shotgun.
Yeah. It was super fun. It was we
Adrenaline rush.
Oh, for sure. I was kind of nervous.
Did you
to
guys
be
call it
honest.
in, or did it just
No,
happen to?
even
Oh.
crazier. We were just road hunting, so we were just driving around looking.
What?
Yeah.
So, when we ski, cross-country ski up at Sundance, there are turkeys everywhere. Like, you have to stop while they're clearing the road.
Pooping on your skis, I'll bet. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is driving up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
But if I had a gun with me, they wouldn't be anywhere around.
Exactly. Yeah.
So true.
So you're driving along, you see a turkey out in the field.
Yeah, and there was kind of a hill over by the tom. There was just one tom, and he had, I think, probably seven hens with him, and we were just
Wow.
we were
You
just.
are cruel.
I know. Sorry, but no, there was a hill, so I got out of the car, and my boyfriend kept driving to kind of distract the turkey.
Nothing here, nothing to look at.
Yeah. So I had kind of crawled over the hill and was just hiding in the trees, and he just happened to walk kind of by
Right
me.
to you?
Yep, literally right
Oh
towards
my
me.
gosh.
He was
He
all
was-
fanned out and ready.
He was her density.
Apparently.
Yes.
Or she was
So-
his density.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one shot, and it was so fun. It was adrenaline rush for sure.
So it's
Cool.
I don't know how you measure turkeys by the beard. So she's got a mount with the feather, the fan, and then a beard on it. And I guess the more turkeys you get, you just hang out the
beard?
beards on them. That's how you do it. Or you do a full
Yeah.
mount, but
You can kind of do whatever you want.
you did
So,
the fan.
if
Yeah.
you're going to do a full mount on a turkey, what is the process? Anybody know?
Take
I have no idea.
Probably, well, you just take the turkey to them. They have as a UPS driver, I deliver to a lot of taxidermists.
Uh-huh.
They have foam bodies of everything.
Yeah.
And then they just take the skin off.
But that's the thing.
Or
Do
the,
you
the
have to,
feathers
do you
and
have to
stick them right
skin
in.
it?
I would imagine. You guys just took it home, froze it, right?
Yeah, we threw it
Took
in
it
the
home.
freezer.
As soon as you could, and then you took off the tail.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a fan. But I don't know, I guess
Did you eat it?
We did not. No, we were down in southern Utah, so we didn't get it to the freezer in time. So the meat went bad. Yeah,
That's too bad.
which is sad.
was
I
sad.
know.
Yeah.
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. My stomach mourns, weeps for that. But anyway,
We harvested a turkey for Thanksgiving one year, but it was one that my brother raised.
Oh, cool.
And that bird, so day before Thanksgiving, me and my son and my brother whack the head off, harvest it, clean it, everything. That bird weighed 34 pounds going into the oven.
Oh my.
goodness gracious.
It was massive.
Dang.
And it was delicious.
Was it good?
Yeah. We brined it, and he like has this 5-gallon bucket. It wouldn't even try to go into the bucket. We had to brine it in a kiddie pool.
Wow. Curious. I wonder what the cost per pound of meat is. How much turkey food they gave it.
Yeah.
How much meat
Oh,
you
it's
got
not
out of
worth it. He hated them. He's like, they eat so. He had 2 of them. He's like, I want to kill the other one too. I'm like, we can't eat that much bird. He said they eat so much.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So then after the turkey hunt, you did the muzzleloader hunt, right?
Yes, did the muzzleloader. Unfortunately, I did not get a deer.
And Jim Heffelfinger actually kind of helped with pulling some strings, like where to go.
Oh yeah.
How many deer did you see?
Oh, we saw probably 20 just the
Does,
first day.
though.
And
yeah,
you didn't
all
get a
does.
shot?
No, they were all does.
Oh. Okay.
Well, that first day, but you got a long shot on a.
Just a teeny,
A little
teeny
2-point.
spike. Yeah.
That's what I got on my muzzle loader.
But you,
Really?
But you
Yeah.
took a shot. It was just a little too far out.
No, I didn't take a shot.
Oh,
it
I
was
thought-
too far to
oh,
take
okay.
a shot.
I thought you did.
No,
I was
we.
going to say, yeah, it was like 250 yards, wasn't it? You tell the
Yeah.
story.
No, yeah.
Why we
Not much
brought
to
her,
tell.
Stan.
Yeah. Not much to tell. It was too far away, so I didn't get a shot off. But it was still so fun. We saw.
But you
some
put a
moose.
stock on him, right?
Yeah, we tried to, but yeah,
And then
unsuccessful.
after that was a muzzleloader hunt this year.
Yeah.
And then after that,
We went duck hunting and doing a little bit
Wow.
of duck hunting. So it's
how
been
many
fun.
ducks did you get?
Did you have a dog?
Yes. I did.
Wow.
Yeah, so fun.
Were you in a
It's
boat?
little easier. No boat. Just in a blind. So
All right.
yeah, it's been really fun though.
And did they call them in?
Yes. Yeah.
And then you all stand up and
Just
laugh.
get as many as you can. Yeah.
So she's a good shot. You've shot claybirds with us a
Mm-hmm.
lot. How many did you get?
Ducks. I think 3 personally, but
Wow.
yeah,
Nice.
That's
Not too
cool.
bad.
Did the dog do its job?
It totally did. Yes.
That's
It
good.
was
See,
good.
I'm not a failure as a father after all. Anyway, what's your favorite out of the three? So you've done
Duck,
Duck, turkey, and deer.
big- yeah.
I
Big
would
game.
say probably duck hunting. It's just
Really?
exciting, yeah. And you can go like every weekend, or
Okay.
whenever.
that is true.
Duck hunting sounds miserable.
Yeah.
It's cold.
it's
It gets
wet,
really
it's-
cold. Yeah.
Huh.
But there's pheasant, there's chucker,
Yeah.
turkey.
See, I went
I've
out
actually
after
read that
chucker
turkey
and
is the
pheasant
number one upcoming hunt because people are getting frustrated they can't draw out a deer.
Mm-hmm.
Spring
They're
comes.
not going to be
You can
happy
start
going after
hunting
turkey.
turkey.
Everybody I know
Yeah.
that turkey hunts. Again, my leather guy,
Mhm.
he's hunted turkey for years before he got one.
Really,
Yeah.
that's what I've heard too. But it sounds like a blast. I think I'm
Yeah.
going to try and go this next spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Super fun.
what else?
As far as hunting, not a whole lot. Just right now it's shed hunting.
What
So.
so with the experience that you have now,
Mm-hmm.
what are you looking forward to? What with what you've done?
Yeah.
Like this would be cool. I want to go after one of these.
Ooh, that's a good question. I really want to get a deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of my next goal. So hopefully I can draw out next year. But that's kind of the next goal, I think, is a deer. But yeah, I've never skinned an animal before either, so kind of excited for that.
Yeah.
I think I need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like initiation.
I think personally, if you eat meat,
Mm-hmm.
you should harvest something that you eat at least once in your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Even if
I
it's a
agree.
domestic animal.
yeah,
I think it gives you a greater appreciation of what you have.
100%.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Don't
I
you
think-
understand where it comes from?
Yeah.
Why do you hunters have to kill
Yeah.
to eat meat? Why can't you just go to the grocery store
Yeah.
yeah.
and get meat where the rest of us do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where does that meat come
Yeah.
from?
Well, Bill Gates will have, we're going to have artificial meat pretty soon. But
I think there'd be a lot less waste with like meat and stuff that comes from animals if people had to harvest it at least
now, when you
once.
cut that
Yeah.
trach out and pull,
Or there would be
everything.
more because they'd be like, oh, I'm not eating that. Oh, get rid of that.
Yeah.
No, but then
Yeah.
because there's so much waste these days where even with meat and you're like, man,
yeah.
you're throwing that away and that's
In
like
this country,
yeah.
yeah, we
And
only
it's-
eat the prime cuts.
Yeah.
rest goes to dog food, huh?
But even if you go to
Exact.
you're at a restaurant, you see people throwing away half a steak and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and you're like, oh my goodness, like
Yeah.
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 See, I have to eat everything itis. It's like I can't leave anything on a plate.
Same.
yeah,
That's how we
Me
were
too.
raised,
Yeah.
Just don't waste
Yeah.
it. But so conservation, hunters are the conservationists of this country.
And the mountain bikers.
And the mountain bikers. Well, actually, I'm curious. Do mountain bike? Does that any of that go to the conservation fund? Any of your gear go to conserving wildlife
As far as like our monies and stuff like
for
that, no.
bikes and things like that? Because
No,
No.
it's
off
not
of guns and ammunition and related
But-
supplies, it does go to.
Do you want to know how many hours of trail work, and that includes planting and watering and doing all that kind of stuff, that just our team did this year?
Yes,
Guess. Guess how many hours we donated?
100 hours.
This is conservative. 750.
Wow.
Sweet.
that's cool.
So,
So-
maintaining trails where there were fires, replanting, reseeding,
Picking up
and making
trash.
sure, picking up trash, closing off social trails where people decided, I'm going to build a trail here. No, you're an idiot. It's not your land. Don't do that.
Really.
So,
How do you
yeah.
know it's not a
Typically,
game trail?
Typically, well, it's pretty obvious if it's a game trail.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. If it's a social trail, it typically isn't marked.
Uh-huh.
But we're working with the Forest Service and the DNR on areas where we ride that
So
they
that
have
helps
massive
with
problems with
erosion.
social trail. Yep.
Increases plants and
Yep. It's we make sure to maintain an environment that the wildlife can be sustained in, and
That's
yeah.
really cool.
So I asked Ellie earlier. I said, "How early did I start you shooting? Did we start you shooting? Do you remember?"
I remember shooting at least when I was in first grade.
And did you ever feel scared?
No, not ever. Honestly, you definitely taught safety first before
Okay.
I actually shot the gun.
Yeah, but it was always fun, right? I mean, we
Always,
always
yeah.
had fun. What else?
Did he threaten you to say that?
You bribed me. No.
That's why you got a new shotgun.
Exactly. He said, "Okay, if you say
This
good
is what you
things."
have to say.
Yeah. No, I've always felt safe around guns, and I think more people should go out and learn about guns, just gun safety and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, and I tell this to like friends and neighbors that are not gun people.
Yeah.
I have one neighbor that's like, my dad's got guns, and I don't want my daughter to know and everything. And I just looked at him and I said, if they don't know, that's where the curiosity comes from, and that's when accidents happen. If you
Right.
educate them on it, he's like, nope, I don't agree. I went, okay.
I can't ever remember even a single time that I'm aware of that you or Kira got into the guns or touched anything inappropriate or moved a gun up or out of the... I never had any worries about it. I always locked them up as best we could
Yeah.
Yeah.
before I had a safe.
Yeah.
And I had fewer guns then, too, but yeah.
Yeah, no, we never did.
But you knew what you'd do if you found a gun as a kid.
Yeah,
So-
definitely.
And that's what worries me. And I've talked with my kids about that. I'm like, if you're at a friend's house and they're like getting into mom or dad's firearms or whatever, it's time to leave right
Yeah.
then.
For sure.
No questions. You're done. Call me. I will come get you. Doesn't matter where you are, what time it is.
Yeah.
And so they know that. And when their friends come over, because I don't have stuff laying around, but I'll come home from the shop and I'll have a couple guns in my hands and more in the bags or whatever, and they'll be like, what? I'm like, oh, let me tell you about it. I mean, they all think they know what they're doing because they play Call of Duty
Yeah.
or whatever, and it's like, no, you don't get it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, my kids got their first guns when they turned 4.
yeah.
Yeah, and people think, when they first hear that, they're like, oh, you're crazy, giving your kid a gun. And it's like, no.
Well, yeah, it's not like, here's your gun, see you later.
Have
Here,
fun.
go put that under your bed,
Yeah.
and the ammo's in the kitchen cupboard.
Right.
Yeah, it's locked up, but then they have their own gun. If they ever want to go shoot it, they tell me,
Yeah.
and then we go out and shoot as a family.
Right.
And, when they're little, though, they're like sitting on your lap, so you have complete control of where the gun is pointed. And,
Sure.
But it just gets that, you teach them the safety ever since they're tiny, and then there's no curiosity with guns because they know,
Yeah.
hey, if I want to go shooting, I just talk to my dad and he takes us and then
Right.
we go shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it adds a level of confidence too. Elle's a pretty confident girl. She, like I say, she weightlifts. Probably take care of her own if she needed to, but we need to get her a 9mm or something like that. If she ever moves
Heck
into
yeah.
a more questionable area, she lives around here still, but
Because there's no questionable areas or anywhere
no,
around.
no. Anyway, that's my next goal. Get her a concealed carry and
Like a small,
Yeah.
like concealed
Concealed carry,
type
yeah.
gun.
P365.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
what I was going to say. It's
Yep.
funny, I recommend that gun all the time and I don't even have one.
Right.
I don't have one either.
But
I'm like,
I've shot
fantastic.
them plenty of times
Yeah.
and I like them.
They're
It's
fantastic.
just,
Yeah, they are. Anyway,
yeah.
Dad might have to save money to get you a 365.
Hey, Christmas is coming up soon.
True.
You should
She just got a 308 and a shotgun.
Yeah, but that wasn't
for
Christmas.
Christmas.
That wasn't
I know,
technically
Cheryl.
Christmas.
Well, what are we going to get her for Christmas? I'm like, what do you mean? I just got her a shotgun. You don't have to wait till Christmas to give him a gun, do you?
If it's
it's
to
for
be
Christmas.
official, yeah.
I give it back.
You screwed up,
cute.
Stan.
Well, we still have the box. Aha! She'll get the box for Christmas.
There we go.
What you got to do though is you just got to take the gun out of the box and then wrap it really tight with wrapping paper, so it's
There you
it's
go.
the perfect outline of a gun. I did that with my son,
Really?
like Noah's.
Whoa, what
It was like
could it be?
It's an AR-15 in 22, right?
Uh-huh.
He picks this up. He has no idea what it is. It's because he has 4.
Oh, okay.
He's like holding
I was
this up.
gonna say.
I'm just like dying laughing. I'm like, what do you
What's
think
this,
it is?
Dad?
It's like, I don't know. It's like a perfect, like just
It's a baseball
shape
bat.
of an AR-15 with like Christmas wrapping paper over it.
That's funny.
It was awesome.
That
That's
is
really
funny.
cool.
But
Yeah. Well, nobody has more guns than Taco. He wins.
I think
Hands
he's got.
down.
I actually
Last
sold
time
a
I was
few.
at Cabela's, you have more guns than they did.
Yeah. I bought a few and I sold a few.
We haven't had an update lately.
I know.
On your
I'm actually.
over-under.
Yeah. I am
You're
under
still-
now.
You're under.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but just barely.
Yeah.
So I had a goal, a New Year's resolution, to have no more than 6 net new guns for the year.
Okay.
And this year I included air guns.
Which means if he bought one, he had to sell one.
Yeah, so I could buy up to
Oh, I
6,
see.
but if
Yeah.
I went past 6, then yeah,
I don't put silly regulations on myself like that.
yeah.
Although it's been a while since I bought a gun.
You also don't buy guns.
Not like you do.
When you do, then you sell them.
It's true. They kind of come and go.
You know what? I've been thinking we need to do some more training.
Yeah.
I think we need to do some more.
Like
Well,
a
at least maybe get out and
class.
shoot an IDPA or do a class.
Yeah.
Get a carbine class, maybe Daniel Shaw.
We should do a
brought
lever
Daniel out
action
once.
carbine class.
Who say what?
We should do a lever action carbine
Oh, that'd be
class.
fun.
That'd be
I've
fun.
been able to get a carbine. Been waiting. I've been telling the guys at the shop, but I want a Henry.
Ah, there you
45 Colt. They're like, yeah, good luck. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, just keep your eye out and let me know.
I'm still looking for a Henry in 41 because I've got a Ruger Blackhawk.
Oh,
in
yeah?
41.
Oh, nice.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, how'd we do? Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that's about
Are you
it.
impressed by the opulence of the studio?
I am, actually. This is a pretty cool place.
It's an actual
Luxury.
studio.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Ellie might want to start her own podcast about fitness and nutrition. You're studying to get a certificate in nutritionalist
Personal training. Close.
personal training.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Cool.
so she might be out there someday.
Okay.
Do it.
So
Yeah, and then let us know and we'll pimp out the podcast.
there we go.
There we go.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks everyone for listening. Big group hug. Group hug. And get out and take somebody shooting.
Yeah. And be nice to people.
Yes.
There are enough weenies out there. We don't need any more.
All right, go cast some bullets.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm ready.
Okay, you ready?
All right. And here we are. Welcome back to
back.
the Gun
Where
Dudes.
did they go?
Not the Gun Dudes. Sorry. We're just talking about Gun Dudes. Oh, don't get me started. There are days when
It's not the
it's just
Taco
there.
Bell podcast
It's
either.
not. It's not Taco Bell. Oh.